I believe in the women's revolution. I think it's awesome, and I get to be a part of it. So.
Okay. Now, do you have any inspirations that made you want to become a professional wrestler?
Well, definitely. The first time I heard of wrestling was through the show Total Divas. Definitely Nikki Bella and Brie Bella were my main inspiration because even though they're not fully Latinas, they were part Latinas, and I felt identified when I saw them, and thought maybe I should check out their sport, and I fell in love with it.
So I've been a wrestling fan since I was about 2 or 3 years old. It's because of my dad, and I was doing music interviews for a while on YouTube for about 5 years. Then my dad said, you know what, this has become a success, why don't you try doing wrestling since you're a fan? So I was like, why not? And then it kind of just propelled from doing interviews for my channel to signings to TV with companies, and now we're here.
Yeah, like what do you do for your channel?
So my channel is pretty much sit-down, long-form interviews with musicians and wrestlers. So it's just kind of having fun with people, shooting the breeze, not super serious. So
now, like, what are some of the wrestlers that you had on your show?
I've had everyone from Jericho to Mick Foley a ton of times, Kenny Omega, Young Bucks, Cody Rhodes, like anyone who I've kind of met in wrestling I've been able to have on, which is super gratifying. So yeah.
Awesome. Now, like, what are some of the highlights of your career?
Well, I started wrestling at local shows in Florida, and I started building a little name for myself. I was discovered by Major League Wrestling. I suffered an injury when I was in the independent scene, so I cannot wrestle, and I was picked for a manager role.
Yeah.
Now, what was it like having Kenny Omega on the show?
It was cool because he was one of my first big wrestling interviews when I was only doing wrestling stuff for about, I don't know, like a couple months. And when he said yes, I freaked out because I was like, he is the hottest thing in wrestling, and now he's going to sit down with the interview queen. So it was intimidating, but great. And since then, I've interviewed him multiple times, and he's awesome.
Now, how about the interview with Mick Foley that you did? How was that?
Yeah, I've interviewed Mick like 5 times. He's a friend of mine now, which is super surreal to even say, but he's amazing. I love Mick.